What's good, family? In this video, I'm going to give you 5 things you can do to book your first corporate photo and video gig that actually work. Let's get into it. I'm going to give you the 5 things that you can do to book your first corporate photo and or video client. And these things work whether or not you want to operate locally or if you want to get out in these streets with Corporate JT and book clients nationwide. Now, as a quick disclaimer, these are things that I do right now in May of 2025 to find my clients. These are not outdated strategies that I'm going to give you and try to sell you a course on the back end. These are things I currently do. And like I've said before, if I was your mentor, this is exactly what I would tell you to do. Let's get right into it. The very first thing you can do to book your first corporate photo and video client is good old cold calling and cold email, or what I like to call the cold approach. I have so many clients that I have booked, and if I go way back in the email chain, it was literally a quick cold email. Hey, I saw you have an event coming up. Do you have somebody to shoot it? Hey, it looks like you already have a photo and video team, but are you open to additional quotes? Something as simple as a cold email still works. Now listen, I know that a lot of people do not like to cold call or cold email because that is a lot of rejection you're gonna have to deal with. But I wanna encourage you, because one thing I've learned is that in the corporate photo and video space, you don't need to book 10 to 15 clients a month to scale and break into that 6-figure territory. Because we're offering photo, video, because we're working on multi-day projects, because we're doing brand videos, interviews, because we're kind of taking that next step beyond portraits or weddings, the budgets and the revenue are bigger. So you don't need to book 10 clients. You might get 1 or 2 clients that say yes, and that can change. That can be your whole month. So do not be afraid to hop on Google, to use ChatGPT to find people online, to see a flyer or a poster on LinkedIn or Facebook, and just see if you can find who is running that event and just straight up email them. As they say, just slide in those DMs. I promise you this still works, and it will always work. It really is about just being in the right place and emailing the right person at the right time. The second thing you can do to book your first corporate photo and video client is to get on a marketplace platform. There are marketplaces all over the internet where people can search for services, and what you have to do is get onto that platform, list your services, and then you can tap into people who are already looking for what you're doing. Now, the difference between the cold approach and the marketplace approach is that this is when you got to put some skin in the game. The marketplace approach is always going to be a paid approach. My favorite marketplace of choice right now is Bark.com. The leads are good. The lead cost doesn't cost that much, and there are some professional level features that allow me more visibility, which means more leads, more quotes, more proposals, more money, more jobs, more clients, more revenue, all that good stuff. But other platforms include Thumbtack, there's Production Hub, there's Upwork. I would not suggest Fiverr. And I've even booked clients off of the Vimeo Creator Marketplace, which is actually free. So there are actually more marketplaces above and beyond those. But if you have a little money that you want to allocate towards your marketing budget and you want to put it on a marketplace, man, listen, it will work. But for me personally, Bark.com is a godsend. I'm going ham on Bark, okay? I'm letting you know right now. The third thing that you can do to book your first corporate photo and video client is in-person networking. But I want to go a little bit deeper. What I really mean by that is anytime you meet anybody, what do you tell them? What do you tell them you do? Because I know that most people aren't doing photo and video full time. But even if you have a 9-to-5 job, if I met you in person and said, hey, what do you do? What would you tell me? When it comes to in-person networking, it isn't just about going to a networking event. It is when you are face to face with anybody you meet, finding a way to let them know that you do corporate photo and video. I have said this so many times that it's second nature. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, what do you do? Or hey, what brings you to our city? Oh, my name's Jarrell. I own and operate True Love Studios, and we travel nationwide for conferences and large events. I have said that line to so many people you would not imagine, but I need you to get in the habit of embodying that persona. I need you to be the corporate photo and video person. When you do that, you maximize your chances so that when you go to the networking event, you don't have to try to be something you're not. You just are who you are. And when you naturally meet somebody, it naturally comes up in conversation. That is the power of networking. And that has made me a lot of money. I'll give you an example. Literally right now, I just got off the phone earlier today with somebody I met 2 years ago at an event. We just so happened to be sitting at the table, and she just so happened to be the director of marketing at her company. She actually proposed an event for me, but the project fell through. A year later, we actually met again at the same event. We chit-chatted a little bit, but we didn't talk about business. And then fast forward to today, which is 2 years since the first meeting, she emails me, hey Jarrell, guess what? I actually got a new job with a new company, but they have no marketing assets, no videos. We need some product photography. And I just sent her over 2 proposals. That interaction was 2 years in the making. But had I not said what I said when I met her, had I not been the corporate photo and video person, I could have let that slip through the crack. And so there's a lot of money you're meeting on the table if you are not introducing yourself or positioning yourself as the corporate photo and video guy. Make sure you do that. The fourth thing that you can do to book your first corporate photo and video gig is associate shoot. Now, technically this isn't your client, but listen, all the technicalities aside, you need experience. More importantly, you need to understand what it's like to shoot a 4,000 person conference, what it's like to shoot 1,100 headshots in 3 days. And if you aren't on that level yet, one of the fastest ways that you can get in the room, even if it's just to do some BTS footage, even if it's just to shadow and be an extra hand, the fastest way to do that is to network. That kind of points back to the last thing, is to network and connect with other photographers who are on that level, and they can bring you along for the ride. They can give you that valuable experience that you need. They can be that extra bit of knowledge, and to some degree, kind of like a micro mentor for you, if you will. You can ask questions, bounce ideas off of each other. But at the end of the day, associate shooting for other people could be one of the fastest ways that you can get some good stuff in your portfolio, along with all the other things that I mentioned. And number 5, the last thing that you can do to book your very first corporate photo and video gig is to do free work. Now, this is big, and there are a lot of people who disagree entirely, but I'm going to position it in a way that you may have not heard. Now, I'm not saying work for free. I'm saying do free work. Now, here's what that means. Working for free, now you may think that this is a distinction without a difference, but there's a difference. Working for free is when someone approaches you. Hey, so-and-so, we have a 3-day event. There's gonna be 10,000 attendees, but we're gonna pay you with swag and exposure. That's a hard pass every single time. I've done a few of those. People I know have done a few of those, and it literally never materializes into anything. I have never met one person who has said yes to those opportunities because they're out there, and it actually resulted in anything after that event. I don't know why that is, but it just never works out. That's called working for free. We don't work for free, even if we're beginners. However, what we do is we do free work, meaning there is a specific type of event, there's a specific type of video that you want in your portfolio. And so you approach somebody that you know personally, or even if you don't know them at all, it doesn't matter. Hey, Susie, I see that, you have your nonprofit organization. I love the work that you're doing. Hey, I noticed that you have no video assets on your website whatsoever. This is a cold approach, by the way. It all goes full circle. I am trying to do more brand videos, and I would love to offer you a brand video at no cost to you, where we come in, we shoot some interviews, we shoot some footage, and I'll put together a 2-minute brand video for you that you can have on your website and that I can have in my portfolio. That is called doing free work. The distinction is this is intentional. It is your idea. They're not asking for a handout. It's really you doing something out of the goodness of your heart that's actually a win-win-win. It's a win for your future clients because they'll now be able to trust you when they see that you have that work in your portfolio that they're looking for. It's a win for you because now you have experience and your portfolio has been boosted. And it's a win for the person you do the video for because now they have a free video asset, which also means that they will be much more likely to refer you to other people because they know that you're just not out for money. You're not money hungry, that you're actually trying to be a decent person, and they're going to be forever grateful that you did that for them. Again, this is everything that I do currently for my business. It's how I'm able to go to Palm Springs, to New Orleans, to Orlando, to Sacramento, all the places I'm going this year. This is how I do it, guys. And see, the sixth thing, which is more of like a bonus tip, is actually the beauty of doing corporate photo and video. Because this time next year, after you've put all of these 5 things into play, the sixth one comes into play. That's going to be repeat business. Because in the corporate world, most corporate clients have the same events or very similar events year over year. And so if you can come in, make a great impression, then guess what? Next year, your phone starts ringing. Next year, you start getting emails, and that's one less client you have to go search for. And in my experience, after about a 3-year period, which is right where I'm at, half of my business is actually repeat business from previous years. So I'm able to continue to grow and scale my business, but I'm not having to scramble and grind and hustle and just push and put in 1 million hours a week. I don't have to do that. I'm able to make my business grow and scale, but I don't have to kill myself in the process. And that's what I want for you. Because listen, when you're a business owner, when you're a creator, burnout is real and it's almost inevitable if you don't have some systems in place. And being in the corporate space with the repeat client aspect, man, trust me, give it 1 year and mark my words, everything I'm saying will come true. As long as you're doing good work, okay? If you're raggedy, but if you're doing good work, it's gonna benefit you, all right? Anyway, guys, that is the video. Listen, if you are looking for the information that's going to help you scale your business, you're in the right place. If you are trying to travel more and get flued out, you are in the right place. Listen, if you found this video helpful, if you are going to put these strategies into place, I stand on it and I would love it. I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video and share it with anybody that you believe could benefit from this information. And listen, guys, as always, keep shooting.